today's story. Rebbe says had another story. So I made a photocopy of like my rush. I couldn't find it. It's a famous story, friends. You may know it, but it's worth repeating it. I'm seeing it here in detail that I didn't know before. Of Shmuel Levitten, famous of Shmuel Levitten. This is my Rivka's great-grandfather. The grandfather of Shalom Bel Levitten, the head shliach to Seattle, which is where we're off to today. Oh, such a story. Shmuel Levitten was a very colorful figure, the Mashpia in 770. And the Chassidim of the earliest years in 770, Rabbi Groner, Rabbi Folgenel, Aleim HaSholem, and so on. Rabbi Groner would often quote of Shmuel's Fabrengens. He was a very colorful, very clever man. He was the Rebbe's Rav. And after he passed away, he was the Zalman Shimon Dvorkin. To be the Rebbe's Rav, friends, you had to be not only, obviously, a tremendous Talmid Chacham, but much more than that, you had to be a Chassid. If the Rebbe sent a question to you, you had to understand what kind of outcome the Rebbe wants. The Rebbe doesn't know. What the Rebbe wants, what the din is. The Rebbe wants a certain outcome, and you have to have that biddle to know how to pass. There's some cute stories about that with a small of it. Akoponim, here's a classic story, not about passing the din, but a classic story. You should probably hear about it here in detail. So he was one of the early days here in America. He went to traveling around, raising money for Timchat Timimim. But his ikka thing was to encourage Yidden also to sow ruchnius. I think this is from the Tzemach Tzedek. To the first Shadar, Shlucha Derachman, it means. The Rabbana, emissaries of the sages. To sow ruchnius and to harvest gashmis. So once during a visit to Chicago, he scheduled an appointment with Mr. Lissner, Lissner, a wealthy businessman. During their meeting, Rabbi Shmuel spoke passionately about Yiddishkeit and urged Mr. Lissner to rediscover his abandoned Jewish roots. The man was visibly touched by Rabbi Shmuel's sincerity. At the end of the discussion, he withdrew his checkbook and asked whom the check should be made payable. To his utter astonishment, Rabbi Shmuel politely refused to accept money. So in this case, he wasn't collecting on this shlichus. I have not been sent to collect funds, he replied. Mr. Lissner was confused. Never before had he encountered a visiting rabbi whose ultimate objective was not fundraising. What's the purpose of your visit? At that point, Rabbi Perlstein, a local rabbi who had been present during their meeting, interjected. And he said, I didn't know the proton here. Rabbi Levitten's occupation is much like that of a sofer, a scribe. A scribe travels around, this is how it used to be in the old country, to various shuls and inspects the Torahs. Should any letters be damaged or omitted, the scroll is defective, he must amend it. So it would have traveling suffering. Likewise, a Yid, he went on to explain to Rabbi Perlstein, is compared to the Torah. His letters are its commandments. And the minhagim and the halachas. Now, it may occur that some of a Yid's letters are damaged. That is, he is remiss in observance of Shabbos, Tefillin. In such a case, the sofer, the scribe, Rabbi Levitten, is sent to examine and repair the flaw. Mr. Lissner well understood. With a warm handshake, he thanked Rabbi Shmuel profusely and promised that he would increase his awareness and observance of Yiddishkeit. Soon after, Rabbi Shmuel returned to New York and had yechidus with the Frierdiker Rebbe. He submitted the report of all his travels and the Yidden that he had met. And he related the incident in Chicago, certain that the Rebbe would be pleased with Rabbi Perlstein's analogy. He was surprised at the Rebbe's disappointed reaction. Said the Frierdiker Rebbe, it's a clever allegory, but it's slightly inaccurate. True, a Yid is likened to a Torah scroll. However, this Sefer is unique. Instead of ink and parchment, this Torah is inscribed in precious stone. Ink may peel and make the letter puzzle, but engraved letter can never be erased or marred. Chas v'sholem, a letter etched in stone can become coated with dust and lint and can become tarnished and even illegible. This occurs one merely has to remove the dust, thereby uncovering its true luster and radiance of the letter itself. And that, he said to Shmuel, that is your job. That, of course, is something we all know. It's the cardinal message in the Rebbe's teachings. The Torah mitzvahs don't create the Yid, but reveal him. Have a wonderful day. And Be'ezer Hashem, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow, Tuesday, Seattle, with God's help. We'll see you from there. Good seeing everybody. Oh, 1 second. Good seeing you all. Have a great day.
Safe travels.
Have a great day.
Safe
travel.
Go to. Thank you.